Rocking with the best. What's happening? Welcome to DBL Live. We on here one more time. Back by popular demand. Ali LaFleur
What's the deal?
on with Josh Jones ESQ, also known as the Dope Black Lawyer. We're just gonna let the beat. We're just gonna let the beat ride a little bit. That's one of Ali. That's one of Ali's old joints. Where you at, dog?
Man, international abroad. Today we broadcasting live from Mexico. So
Mexico.
No matter where we at, we're everywhere. They're never there. What you saying? Let's go.
I feel you. Your background looking way more lovely than mine.
Well, that's just today.
And so is your beverage. I'm on the water.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm on the nectar of the gods.
So you was telling me a little bit, saying that Hennessy. Tell them about the Hennessy and the black folks. I don't know if I ever heard that. This might just be a myth or a rumor.
Yeah, man. It's a little folklore that I'm saying. Like after the French got liberated in World War II, the people of Cognac, France, started giving out Hennessy to like the black soldiers. So since then the black people have had a special relationship with Hennessy.
Okay.
I don't know. I wasn't alive then. We'll see.
Hey, we got Hennessy to thank for some of Pac best rhymes.
We definitely do. We got Hennessy to thank for some of the best nights of my life.
Yeah, for sure.
Shout out to Hennessy, man. Send your boys a bottle, man. The pure white Hennessy, nothing against the regular black one.
Yeah.
But that pure white Hennessy that you get out here is crazy. I like that shit.
Yeah, stay with us. You already know what it is. So this is DBL Live. This is the number one place to get legal information and entertainment that pertains to the culture. If it's not about the culture, we ain't talking about it. So
not on that at all.
We want to make sure that everybody can get information that they could apply to their life in a way that makes sense to them. You know what I'm saying? We're not talking about no I always forget the white girl name. What's the fake Beyonce name?
Taylor Swift?
Taylor Swift. I always forget her name.
Hey man, we don't come after the Swifties, man. Yo, shout out to Taylor Swift, man. We don't want no problems with the Swifties, man.
Yeah, but if you want to know,
serious.
But if you want to know who she broke up with and all that, you got to go somewhere else. We're not talking about that. You know what I'm saying? But
ain't the place for that.
But we definitely gonna keep you in tune with the culture. We're gonna go ahead and get started. And before we get to the end, big story that's going on right now is with the boy Kevin Porter Jr. We're gonna talk about how he fumbled the bag, and hopefully give you some ideas for how you could avoid doing the same thing. But we actually gonna start today talking about a brother who I feel real bad for this brother, man. I don't know if you can see the screen leak, but the brother on the screen, his name is Leonard Mack, and in 1976 he was charged with rape of it sounds like they didn't say it, but it sounds like it must have been a white girl somewhere in New York, because the way they described it was they picked him up because he was a black guy in the neighborhood. He didn't fit the description. He didn't have on the clothes of the person who they were looking for, and he had an alibi. But he ended up being convicted of rape. He had been in prison since 1976, and he was finally exonerated due to DNA evidence. So remember last week we talked about how DNA got somebody who had been on the run for 25, 30 years. It got them convicted. The white dude who stabbed somebody 70-something times. Well, this time they were able to use modern technology, and the technology allowed for them to get the DNA off of the panties to show that it was conclusively not Leonard Mack. So with the help of the Innocence Project and some other folks, he was finally able to, get a little bit of freedom.
What's up with white girls and saving their panties, man? Or just like Lewinsky did it, like Shorty did it. Thank God for this one, because it helped bro out.
Well, this one she didn't save it. It was just the evidence. So for whatever reason, thank God they saved the evidence file. Yeah. So luckily they saved the evidence file. Yeah. That's good
on them for that.
It's crazy too, because the DA did not use the medical examiner's report, because the medical examiner's report didn't support what they were trying to push, right?
Yeah, for sure.
So they used flawed forensic testimony. And this is an important issue, man, because the research shows that if there's going to be an exoneration, that is 7 times to 1 more likely that it's going to be black folks who are going to be exonerated over white people, because there's so many more black people who have been wrongfully convicted. So this
That's
is
correct.
something this is something to really know about. Um, a lot of times the eyewitness misidentify people as well. So there's a lot of things with exoneration, and wrongful convictions. It's important when you get that jury duty notice. A lot of times people just can't relate to you. So when they
Right.
hear them facts, they be like, that doesn't make sense to me. Why would somebody ever do that? You know what I'm saying? Like, because
Facts.
they don't understand you. So,
Facts.
we be quick to try to get off the jury, but sometimes we need to be on that mug.
We know it was a white woman because they really wouldn't. I don't feel like convicting for raping a black woman in '76 was a big thing. Like, I mean, I feel like we might have just got on that train. You know what I'm saying, on the right ship of
Yeah.
the
Well,
trend of
certainly,
things. But you know,
certainly, I left out, I guess, a couple of key points to that point. So, like, it was pretty violent. It was two teenage girls. They were in high school. One escaped, and then the other one got raped violently twice. So, I mean, it was pretty bad. But like, yeah, like to your point, it's not often that you hear about somebody being in prison for 47, almost 50 years for rape. We will mention it
definitely I
because
ran
it came up.
twice.
We will mention it because it came up. But the white boy off of that '70s show, I don't know his name, man. So, but
Yeah, my
he-
man's
but
the
he just
Turkish dude. Like,
yeah, yeah, he
yeah,
just got convicted for 30. So that was kind of also people were like, dang, 30 years, dang.
yeah,
But
he was
yeah,
doing some wild stuff. He was
yeah,
out here on his. Yeah,
yeah.
he was egregious.
So so anyway, we're not gonna get into that too much, but I'm glad that the brother was able to get home. And also I'm glad for the girl who was raped that I mean, hopefully they could get some justice for it, but
Right.
what justice is there in having the wrong person locked up for all those years? So, you know what I'm saying? Hopefully they can continue their case. They're using DNA and doing all types of stuff with these old cases, so we'll see. Um,
That's crazy.
yeah. So this one, I don't know if this type of stuff happens in LA because I kind of feel like y'all the home of this, but down in Orlando, these four young men were arrested for murder for a drive-by shooting where a 6-year-old and a 19-year-old were killed. Another 6-year-old was shot but did not die. And it turns out that the drive-by was on the wrong house. So this is our what the Florida.
Wow.
So we got to. I just say, what the Florida was y'all doing
What the
down in
Florida was
Orlando?
y'all doing? And Orlando's not a real place.
Yeah. So, but
I mean,
I did want to
that's
bring it to
crazy.
the attention because everybody go to Orlando and feel like it's Disney World. So I
Yeah,
mean,
they think it's the Magic Kingdom, don't they?
yeah. So there's places out there where it gets active, and while the statistics are showing most places that violence has been going down since COVID, Orlando is up like 36%. So definitely don't turn down no wrong streets, end up in no wrong neighborhoods while you visiting Orlando, going to Universal and whatnot. But
Ever since Smiles and Soft Store, I just knew Orlando wasn't like a real place.
um, but these guys are facing real time. I just hope that you know other people can learn from that, man.
And
Like,
they
why are we?
deserve that real time. True
No
story.
doubt.
Like, I
Oh, no
mean,
doubt.
I don't condone shooting up nobody else. Let's just put that out there. Like shooting, doing drive-bys and shooting up anybody's house is loose. That's crazy. Like you have no idea what's going on inside of that house. That's not like it's no justification or cause for that. But shooting up the wrong house too, yo, that's
Yeah,
wild. Like that's wild. Like
yeah,
that's really out of pocket.
for sure. Not even like a stray. Like they shot
Right.
they
Yeah,
were
intentionally he shot up the house, but shot up the wrong house.
effectively ineffective. Let's say that.
Yo,
So
sheesh.
you know, sh- prayers and condolences out for that family.
Definitely,
Uh, if
definitely.
anything new pops up and it's something that we need to talk about, definitely be back on here. Speaking of LA, we got this guy right here, Blueface,
Oh,
always in the news.
yo, man, Blueface is like the millennials Michael Jackson. He's sending. He don't never have to drop a song, but he finds way to stay in the media, man. That's the only way he's like Michael Jackson. He just finds ways to stay in the media.
Yeah, so
Crazy.
it seemed like his ex girlfriend was pregnant for like 3 years. I don't follow either one of them on any platform, but I see all of their conversations on every platform, doing the wildness. And
Like I know Face. Like so, he's a good dude. He's actually a marketing genius. Like when you keep it a bando, like he's really like good at the ploy. Um, his ex girlfriend, you know what I'm saying, Krishan Rock, she's crazy, but from Baltimore. So
So
I
so,
mean,
so that's redundant.
yeah, yeah, right. So yeah, but everything and all there with him. But you know what I will say about
You know she
the
off
baby, his
because
son take care of
she
his kids. Son,
yeah.
he take care of his kids, man. He love his kids, bro. So I mean,
So that's why we here today, Lee, because I don't know if you heard or didn't hear, but Children's Services and the police was at his house recently
at his
because
house.
of video footage of him having strippers twerking in close vicinity to his kids.
Oh,
So it's an older video from probably earlier in the summer, but like at one point his son was in the pantry getting snacks and he like said something to the effect of like, why you in here in the pantry while we got them strippers out there? He's like, hope you ain't gay or nothing. You know what I'm saying? So that got a little bit of traction, but now Children's Services has gotten involved with it. Who knows? I don't know what's gonna
and
happen with
what's
it.
crazy is that he said he was gonna get him involved with Krishan if the child wasn't gonna be taken care of. So it's funny, man. Watch what you say because he really threatened this woman to put a ploy out to get child services involved in their kid's life, his
Yeah.
newborn like if
Right after he said that, this popped off. Like
right, yeah. So
a day or
watch
two.
what you say, man, because it's like yeah,
Yeah.
what you ask for will come to fruition.
And it's funny because while you say that, while this was happening, his new baby was dedicated to God, like they did the Simba joint on like a Thursday. They was in church and they did it. They already dedicated the baby. So like, so yeah, like,
I guess he was trying to dedicate his new kids too. He was just trying to get him baptized in a different way.
well, he wasn't there for the new baby.
Oh
So
man,
it's a whole wild thing. I hope I hope
yeah,
it's more,
loose, bro.
I hope it's more marketing than reality. But
And with him, I would say it's about a 70-30 split.
yeah,
Half of what look, it's definitely more than half of what you see is real, but
yeah,
yeah, I don't
yeah.
know. It could go either way with bro.
In some cases, he recently got stabbed up, getting ready for a fight.
He did recently get stabbed up. But like I said, yo, he's known right now he's more known for the ploy in the media than music.
Yeah,
It's like he just sparred with Mayweather. And then after that he got stabbed up. And
yeah.
then, so it's I mean,
Right
I
before
don't
that,
know.
he got arrested in Vegas for some type of robbery or something.
Right.
Allegedly,
Right.
him and Krishan Rock did together. So she's got an open warrant, I think, in Nevada. So it's like a wild time. It's wild
It's
times,
a
man.
whole wild time with them, bro.
So
It's crazy.
yeah. So aside from that, they said the police been to the crib 9 times, mostly for loud music and dogs barking, not about the kids. But
That
yeah,
makes a lot of sense.
So I hope the homie is. It does look like he takes care of his kids from the videos. It seems like the kids are with him a lot.
Yeah.
But
I mean, I don't know the ins and outs of that, but
yeah,
like
and
what you said, it seemed like it.
yeah, and to his defense, he did have a babysitter at the time when the strippers were at the house twerking.
Oh, that she wasn't doing her job. Like, bro, where do you let the kids in the? Yo, first off, I wish I had two more hands so I could give the babysitter 4 thumbs down. Like that's
Bruh.
trash. Yo, she's ass for that. How you like? That's crazy right there.
Yeah,
Yo, by the way, you know, you know, he looking at his son like, yeah, all right.
yeah. So we're gonna
His
move
son
on.
didn't want no snacks. He ran out there to see what was happening, bro.
Yeah, he was he. I don't know, man. I'm sure we'll have more opportunities to talk about it,
I'm sure we will.
but
This definitely gonna be the last.
but because this is a show that's about legal information and entertainment, what can we take from this? If you're
Don't
gonna
have your kids around strippers.
if you're gonna have your kids around strippers,
Hire a good babysitter.
don't post it on Instagram because
Please.
the moms posted it. So I mean I think he did too, but I mean they posted it on Instagram. So if you're gonna have
That's
your
the
kids,
problem. You see, both the parents is there with the strippers. See, so it's like
yes,
like you can only have one. Like, bro, one of us gotta be a parent. One of us gotta have a good time.
yeah.
I mean, come on, man. Flip the coin. Trade off.
But obviously, if you do get in trouble with Children's Services and you did have a babysitter and you also did not post it on IG, this
You
is
can
not
stop it
legal.
right now.
This is not legal advice. So if that happens, even though you do what we say, you know, just know this is not legal advice. But moving
Just
on.
imagine how much trouble our parents might have got in, bro. They'd have had the internet.
Yeah, moving on, bro. Do you know about this dude right here?
Oh yeah, that's Spider-Man. That's my dude. Hey yo, shout out to Spider-Man. He was slinging Pennsylvania's own Spider-Man.
Yo,
Word. He got jiggy.
so let's
Me
talk
and
about
Moms, CNN covered that. Yo, CNN Mexico was having a blast with this one right here.
so
Go ahead, Ray.
let's talk about Danilo Cavalcante.
Oh, what's his name again? Say it again.
Danilo Cavalcante.
Cavalcante. Yo, he gotta be from Miami.
Nah, this happened in Pennsylvania.
I know he got it. It happened in Pennsylvania. That don't mean he's not from Miami though.
So look, man, let's talk about what happened for the people that don't know. So he was on the run for 14 days before he finally, before he got caught. Yeah, we can't talk. There's no point in talking about it if you ain't got the video. So we gonna definitely show the video of. I didn't know he was called Spider-Man, but that does make perfect.
No, I just called him Spider-Man. I called him Spider-Man because I saw how he just,
So look, so this dude had. I don't know if you know the whole thing if he was watching it in Spanish, but apparently he had just gotten convicted and sentenced to life without parole for killing his girlfriend, right?
Yo.
Like a couple days before this happened. So I don't even want to talk about it. Let me cue this up. I want to cue this up exactly. So that's part of it. It's kind of like living with swine merchant.
Facts.
All right. Crap.
Yo, he was getting jiggy.
All right. So
my man was dummy nimble.
All right.
Just imagine if he would have lost his grip. Before you even see the video, imagine if my man's would have lost his grip a little bit.
Yeah, so
it would have been quiet. Like that would have been crazy.
So we're gonna let this play. I thought I had it queued up.
Hey man, it's my bad. It's all right. Yo, this is worth it. Spider-Man on tap.
Yeah, but somebody making money off of this ad plan. So
you know what?
They'll be all right.
Somebody's there. It's probably CNN. They got to be getting
skate killer Danilo Cavalcante.
Can you hear that?
Word.
All right, we're gonna skip ahead a little bit.
So take a look there once again at the video. You can see there we're being told that this is a copycat escape at the same spot where a prisoner got out back in May. Cavalcante knew exactly where to go and what to do and made his way up that wall in a matter of seconds and then disappeared out of the camera's view. Barbed wire is right at the top of that entryway, but Cavalcante still made it to the roof and then out of the recreation area where he escaped to freedom. The first inmate who broke out back in May was caught within 5 minutes after a tower officer spotted him. After that, authorities say officials brought in a consultant and they added razor wire. That didn't stop Cavalcante, and we're told no one knew the convicted murderer was gone until a head count an hour later. It has now been a week, and officials have...
Yo, fam was gone for an hour before they even knew.
Guy was, hey, yo, he had a full 60 minutes. Where the fuck is Barbara Walters? Yo, somebody get Lester Holt. Yo, my man was getting jiggy.
Yo, real talk. With that kind of head start, like he could have really literally been anywhere, dog. Like
dogs, true story.
Bruh.
Like one of my favorite movies is definitely Fugitive with Harrison Ford. So this is just like a page straight. Yo, this was guts. As soon as I saw it, I loved it. First off, number one, I'm always this is straight out of movie, bro. I'm not saying that I'm an advocate for anybody murdering somebody and then getting off, but what I will say is that I'm not a fan of the prison system. So don't sit up there, right? And I'm sitting up there and I'm watching this jump and I'm with my moms and we watch Spider-Man just and he got right up out of there. That was crazy. That was crazy.
My man,
and they need to stop showing the video on how he did it. Apparently somebody else, what they say in May,
they said somebody else.
Same way.
They said somebody else.
Right now, they're just showing the footage on how to do it.
But yo, when they did it in May, they didn't even have barbed wire on the joint, man. Like they just let...
But then they added it.
They added barbed wire.
He didn't care about none of that.
Yeah, he ain't had nothing
to lose.
He lost
his shirt. They were saying that he didn't have no shirt. He was shirtless. So he was smart. He took his shirt. He watched Yellowstone before. He wrapped that shirt over the barbed wire and got.
Yeah, through the wire.
Man, come on, Kanye. He got through the wire. My man, yo, say what you want. That's dedication.
So he was caught. Nobody was harmed. They was real
Oh, they
worried.
did catch him though.
They just caught him. 14 days. It took 14 days. But well, yo, that's
14 days.
That's a damn good vacation. Like where have you
That's
ever?
a solid, man. That's longer than I've been on vacation. Yo,
like working for somebody else. When have you ever been able to take a 14-day vacation?
hell
Never.
nah. Hell nah.
Bruh.
That's loose.
Super loose. So Danilo, I know everybody in there saluting you big time.
Hell yeah, you got hella clout in the pen, Danilo.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody
down
probably
for life. It don't even matter no more.
Yeah, like man,
you got big respect.
You can have one of my Twinkies, dog.
Pause.
Is that a pause? I guess it is. I guess it is a pause.
Can't have my cornbread.
Yeah, me either. But I'm saying, but just for that feat though, one time for the one time. But anyway, these thugs right here, you know how we do. We patrol the police. These are the former police right here. And these are the 5 ex-officers from Memphis who are being charged with the Tyree Nichols murder. And now they've recently been also charged with federal charges. So federal charges have been brought against these guys for.
I'm back.
Yeah, so we're just talking. Remember Tyree Nichols, who got killed by the 5 officers in Memphis?
Yeah, man, that's shameful, man.
Yeah, so they got new charges against these guys now, and they're federal charges, civil rights charges, conspiracy charges, and all of that. So we're just following this story all the way through. And the Attorney General said, quote, "Officers who violate the civil rights of those they are sworn to protect undermine public safety, which depends on the community's trust in law enforcement." So that's Merrick Garland, the Attorney General of the United States. So you already know they got a $550 million federal lawsuit against the city of Memphis Police Department, saying that the officers were unqualified, untrained, and unsupervised. So this story is going to continue. These officers were, this is on video. So the police report said one thing, the police footage shows something else, but they're still maintaining their innocence. So, you know what I'm saying? I guess. Hey, what did Shaggy say? She said she saw me on the camera.
It wasn't me.
It wasn't me.
Yo, but what did Kanye say?
They ride that to
Houseway.
They ride that to the wheels fall off. So yeah, so
you don't have the answers. Point is, y'all on video, man.
And not even on video, on your video. I can't distort your video.
Right.
The police video.
The fact that Memphis is already just synonymous with killing like America's most black, well-known figure, Martin Luther King. We just got now 5 black men just murdering another young black man. Like, that's crazy. Like, that's just crazy. Like, I mean, wow. I would have thought this would have been a movie on some reverse purge had it been a white kid. But the fact that it was a young black man really, really is discouraging. And it just goes to show you that the power trip on police is really colorblind, man. They really don't care once they get that badge. They blue. They're not black. They're not white. They're not orange, yellow, none of that. They blue.
Yeah.
They don't care what you are.
Yeah.
They will take you down all the same, bro. So if you think that a black officer is going to show you love because you black, it's probably not the case.
It could happen. It could happen.
It might be. It could happen. But you should go ahead on and bet on them being blue before anything.
Yeah, I wouldn't hold my breath for it, but it could happen.
For sure.
It's possible.
I mean, I've had it happen. It has happened to me before, but at the same time, I didn't bank on it.
Yeah. And then guess what else? So prosecutors have had to drop over 30 other criminal cases so far because these officers were involved in the arrest. So could you imagine having to go to court and say that one of these 5 individuals was the arresting officer, and they said that such and such happened? So out of the 30, I would imagine at least one of them was probably guilty.
Yeah, I would.
So,
but they all about to get off just because of the victim of circumstance.
All 30 of them got off. They at the crib. So, we'll keep watching this. This is a big story, man. Because
this is something that's going to continue to unveil, I'm sure.
Yeah, to your point, even though just being alive, you've experienced black cops being blue first.
Man.
This is kind of one of the first big ones where like the majority, well, in this case, all of the officers, but like sometimes there might have been a situation where one of the cops was black, and then it was like 3 or 4 white cops who
Right.
pull some off. But this is black on black, man. So
And you know what? I guess to my experience, and me being from LA, we already know LAPD is synonymous with like NYPD as being probably the most crooked, police divisions of law enforcement that we know in the United States. My worst experience with police has actually come in Atlanta, Georgia, which is a city known as the Black Mecca, which has probably more black officers. I'm saying this very loosely because I have no type of factual information. I'm just on my eye test. I've seen more black officers in APD uniforms than any other city ever. And I've often had the worst experience with APD and black police officers. So that was my first interaction and the understanding that they're blue first. But yeah, man, it's I'm sure Memphis is not far off.
Yeah, so I guess I could kind of say the same thing because I remember being in Atlanta and I was standing outside of a nightclub, coincidentally with an APD officer who I knew. So he was talking to this other dude who's an APD officer. Both of them are off duty though, and the officer who I did not know, girlfriend chose me, and she was trying to holler at me right in front of him.
Oh, it's quiet.
So he was trying to act tough on me.
You up.
Yeah, he was trying to act tough on me. So we had a conversation, but like I'm like, how you gonna get mad at me because your girl chose? Let her do her thing, bro.
Don't say, but she don't want to be safe. Don't.
Not by you.
I mean, but you know.
Yeah. she was trying to get saved.
Hey man, it's
I'm like,
crazy.
I don't even want your gal, man. That's all you, homie.
Lost mine.
Yeah. So anyway, man, it's Mike Williams, NFL, former NFL receiver. A couple weeks ago was in a construction accident. You hear about this?
Nah, what happened to Mike Will?
I wasn't able to really find the details of what happened, but some kind of way he was in some type of construction accident. He was in the hospital for two weeks on a ventilator, partially paralyzed, and he ended up passing away from his injuries, man.
Are you serious?
Yeah, it's not Mike Williams that played at USC.
Nah, I know that.
Yeah. But yeah, it's the younger one. So he ended up passing away. He's got an 8-year-old daughter. This happened in Tampa as well. So
condolences to his family, man. Big rest in power to Mike Will, man. That's crazy.
Only 36 years old. Still had a lot of
life left.
A lot of life, a lot of income that he was going to be able to make, and
man.
Opportunities.
All the hits.
Yeah,
that's the one that took him out. That's crazy.
Yeah, so I expect there's going to be some type of wrongful death case.
As we should, for sure.
So we'll stay tuned.
For a dope black lawyer to get on that.
Hopefully, a dope black lawyer will get a phone call, and it doesn't have to be me, but you know what I'm saying. I know quite a few in Tampa.
Florida, man.
Hey, man, happy to help.
That man right there.
Happy to help, but you know what I'm saying. I just want to see them get some justice, man.
He's traveled. Yeah. He's willing to travel.
My wife's from Tampa, man. I know all about I know all about Tampa.
I like Tampa. Tampa's a cool place.
Yeah, it's all right.
Tampa's cool.
Yeah.
I've had good times in Tampa.
Yeah,
a lot of good times in Tampa.
Yeah, but Mike, man, definitely wishing your family the best, bro. Prayers for everybody who's missing you, and it sucks, man. It just really sucks. I don't really have much to say.
I would like to see the Buccaneers do something.
They made some statements. I think they will. They made some statements about it already, and you know what I'm saying. But
that would be great to see something. You know what I'm saying, with a nice 19 with a little circle on it. You know, Sunday. I'm just saying. I don't know.
Because he was a baller, man. He had a moment in time, man.
He was.
He was doing his thing.
No, look, he was out there doing his thing.
Yeah, for sure.
He was doing his thing, man. For real.
Yeah. So
my favorite.
So we're back to your boy YSL Polo. So since last week when we talked, he was convicted of the second murder.
Oh yeah, he's out of there.
So they dropped him from the YSL RICO case.
Smart on them.
So now there's only 7 defendants left. So they may be able to finally get through jury. Like they've been picking a jury since January, bro.
January. We were talking about that last week.
That
But
blows my mind.
That's crazy, unprecedented. What type of
Yeah.
what type of legal statute do they actually have for picking it like that? Is this something that they are looking to do and wavering it down the line? Like, you know what, it took us so long.
Nah, I don't think that's it. I don't. I think they're just having a hard time picking a.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know why. I mean, it's a lot of. I don't know how many lawyers are getting to talk to each. Because think about it, there were at one point 28 defendants. So like, does every lawyer have an opportunity to question the?
Damn. Okay.
the
So I
jury?
was gonna say, man, it didn't take that long for the OJ case, but 28
Yeah,
defendants is crazy. So
yeah.
no.
So
All right.
they've dwindled it down to 7, and
Jesus Christ.
they're coming after the boy.
They
So-
indicted half of Fulton County with this one.
Yeah, and now I think they're gonna probably want to get it out of the way because for as much of a hard on as the DA has for rappers and using their lyrics against them for trials, she has a bigger hard on for Trump than anything I've ever seen. So she's like, we could try Trump right now today. So they might let everybody go free to try to get Trump. Like, yo, we don't even want this case no more. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see what happens with that as well. Gonna keep moving. We're gonna talk about this story right here that a lot of people have been hearing about, dealing with Kevin Porter Jr., NBA player, first round pick from like 2018 or 2019, 23-year-old kid. Well, I guess he's not a kid, but 23-year-old guy. He was arrested in New York City for assaulting his girlfriend, strangling her. An NYPD spokesperson told the Athletic, which is another sports website, that a call was made from the Millennium Hotel early Monday morning, and she was transported to the hospital. She had lacerations on her face, and then it was disclosed that she had fractured a neck vertebrae and had a cut above her right eye. So the woman who was involved was later told to be Kaiser Gondrezick. I'm not sure if I'm saying that right. I'm actually sure that I'm not saying that right. And she said that Kevin Porter Jr. struck her with a closed fist multiple times. The court gave her a temporary restraining order. And also, so talking about Kevin Porter Jr., all right?
Yeah, my bad. Service International is kind of crazy.
No, you good. So we talk about Kevin Porter Jr. He was accused of strangling his girlfriend, assaulting her, punching her in the face, broken neck vertebrae, and she's got a temporary restraining order. He's out on $75K bail, and after this kind of stuff happens, everybody come out the woodworks talking about him. So it's like, apparently other incidents that he's been involved in include making contact with a game official. He was arrested after a one-car accident when he was found to have a loaded gun and
Marijuana, right?
marijuana.
Right.
I also saw a report where he was in the club with the team. Did you see this one?
No, not with
So-
the team.
So the team went to a club for an outing, and he got mad because he didn't like the music the DJ was playing. So he broke the laptop, and then they said he smashed the laptop and tore the club down. Was what the article said.
Tore the club down.
Yeah.
Wait, tore the club down? I mean, who is this dude? DJ Paul? I mean, is he part of 36 Mafia all of a sudden?
Yeah. So that's what they saying, man. And then in 2020 in Cleveland, back when he played for the Cavs, there was another woman who accused him of assaulting her, saying that he punched her and pulled her weave out, but no charges were brought. So, and his time in Cleveland ended because of a locker room temper tantrum. So obviously everything comes out against you, and it's kind of a weird coincidence. His ex-girlfriend here, her sister made the statement that you see. I'm gonna read it because it's kind of small, but the sister came out and she made the statement, Kevin Porter Jr., if you think you're gonna touch my sister and not get touched, count your fucking days. Better hope and pray you'll be able to ever walk again, let alone dribble. You may have gotten away with it this. You may have gotten away with this shit in the past because your mama ain't beat your ass, but we spank little punk ass, paint and nail sissy bitchs like you every day. Don't show up to that crib. We gonna do it to you, little B.
Sheesh. Yeah, I mean, number one, the WNBA is not gonna let this slide. I'm gonna just put that out there. WNBA is not having it, bro.
Yeah.
They're not letting none of
But,
that
but,
slide.
but just for context, Lee, hold on real quick, and I want you to get that point out. The sister that made this comment had assault charges on her as well. So these are not. So these is not like yeah, right, all right, lady, you're gonna do.
Yeah, I mean,
it's not that she was Dwayne Haskins' wife. Remember the player that got killed in Florida on interstate? Her sister was Dwayne Haskins' wife, and don't quote me, but I believe that the arrest was for her putting hands on Dwayne. So,
and I'm sure.
So those charges got dropped, but she's not somebody out here just saying stuff. But go ahead. WNBA
is definitely not gonna let this slide. Let's just put that out there. Number one, it will get quieted down. You know what I'm saying? If I'm not mistaken, she played for the Aces, correct?
She played for a team. I don't know.
Okay.
She's not in the league anymore.
Okay. Point is, yeah, bro. Did we learn nothing from Ray Rice? That's just number one. Number two, when you're a star often, or just somebody in the public light, it's often the people that you have with you that get you in trouble with the backlash. So, I mean, hopefully the sister doesn't get the one who actually, sister who got assaulted, his former ex-girlfriend, doesn't get any trouble for this. Because, I mean, just the vacant threats that her sister was putting out there could easily get her in some hot water too, which would be crazy and egregious as well. But man, it's oftentimes you're a victim of the people that you have with you. For Mr. Porter, man, that's wow. Like, in no shape or form do we ever condone putting hands on a woman. So that's loose, man. Yeah, bro. Like, I mean, sheesh. It might be quiet for number three.
I think it's night. He done.
You know what? I think it's night. It could be, but it's also summer. So I mean, like, you know, we live in a menace society, man, and it's shameful to say. If there's no actual footage, if there's no actual detailed footage of this happening, it might get swept under the rug. I don't know. It depends on how good the Rockets' PR is. I'm not saying that it should, but I'm saying that a lot of times this type of stuff does happen like that just because of the clout that the NBA has. You know, just depending on who his agency is. I mean, if he's with CAA, man, CAA Sports buries a lot of stuff real swiftly. Like, I'll put it like this. Ray Rice would have had a long career had he not been caught in the elevator on tape. Had we not seen what really, really happened in that elevator, he might have played for at least another 3 to 4 years, or at least until he was retiring on his own. I don't know. It can go either way.
What's this dude's name?
Kevin Porter.
Kevin Porter. I'm looking up the wrong dude. I'm trying to see who his agent is, since you brought that point up.
Yeah, man. I mean, but his agent.
He played at USC.
Have to do with like his, you know, his like sports agency. You know what I'm saying? That's like for his for his PR. So I mean, it depends.
Yeah, he signed the Rock Nation. He gonna get dropped.
Oh, he's quiet. It's quiet. Yeah, he signed the Rock Nation. It's over, champ.
But aside from that,
man, your chili, bro.
What you say?
So I hope you saved your chili, man.
Well, that's the thing too. He had an $83 million contract. He's only 23 years old. So he was, if he would have just played his cards, he would have got at least one more of those.
Guess what, man? But even now, they're not gonna pay that contract out. So I mean, it depends on how many years he had left and how much he already saved. Because you know, basketball money is guaranteed, but it's not baseball money guaranteed. Like, if something happens, we gotta pay you out and be done. Like, nah, man, you gotta show up to the bench to at least get your money.
Nah, if you get hurt, you still get paid. But
if you get hurt, you get paid. But if you do something that's, you know, under the bylaws like this, man, it's you know.
But even baseball, pretty much any contract like for this kind of money is going to have some type of moral clause in it.
It's definitely a moral clause in there, you know. But I mean, you know, baseball, they wild in baseball. You can do anything. They really don't care.
Yeah, I think it's night night. I think that when you start saying stuff like broken vertebrae,
Yeah,
that's
it's
that's
quiet.
that scares
Woman,
people.
broken vertebrae. Yeah, you
Does-
deserve to
It,
get
it doesn't seem like it's as bad as what it sounds like because I think the
bro,
charge would have been worse. But I mean,
vertebrae broken sounds bad.
but vertebrae broken always sounds bad. But it seems like
Always sounds bad.
but her injuries seem like they may not be as serious as what most people would imagine when you hear that, right?
What's my man for the
But
Bills? The
but
guy
it doesn't
that
matter.
who just broke his neck. It was crazy. Like who had the broken vertebrae?
Oh, you talking about the dude from he played at UM?
He played for the Bills, and then he, injured himself on Monday Night Football. They carted him off, and everybody was like, "Oh, let's pray for." That was a broken vertebrae.
Yeah, he was a tight
Point is,
end.
like we thought his life was over with.
Yeah,
We thought he was done, man. We thought this man would never walk again, damn near. So it's like everybody's praying and going crazy for him, but that was like playing the actual game. This man broke this woman's vertebrae on purpose. Like that's crazy. So we don't. Yeah, I think he should be done, man. That man
yeah.
sounds good to me.
Talking about Kevin Everett.
There you go.
But yeah, so yeah, I mean, I agree. I mean, I'm not trying to say that it's not that serious. I just think that it sounds like I don't think she has that what you're describing. Like you're describing a dude that was paralyzed, right? And that's what broken vertebrae always sounds like to everybody. But it
Temporarily
sounds,
paralyzed because he's playing
yeah,
again. He's
no, he
back.
never. Now the dude I'm talking about, he never played again. This was like
No, I'm talking
15
about the
years
dude for
ago.
the Bills that just got injured.
Oh, but that was a cardiac thing. Yeah. But I'm talking about
Yeah, he
but
hit the chest.
but
Word.
a while ago,
Right.
they
You're
did
right.
have a dude. A while ago, they did have a dude that actually was paralyzed and was not
Broke his
expected to
neck.
walk
Yeah.
again. Like she doesn't have a not expected to be able to walk or move. They're not saying that, but it doesn't matter. Is my point.
He does.
It sounds like that's what they're saying. Just when you hear broken neck, period. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? So it doesn't even matter. That sounds
I don't
awful.
even go to the chiropractor because I'm afraid of something happening.
Yeah, but bruh, the wild thing is the Houston Rockets are trying to trade him. Who's good luck?
Oh, it's quiet.
Good luck. Good luck, dog. Like,
Maybe they'll trade him to Memphis. Him and John Morant will make good teammates.
and that's the crazy thing too. I was gonna say is John Morant beat up a kid, and
John Morant beat up a kid.
he didn't get no trouble for that. Yeah, last summer.
What? Yo, what is he doing?
Well, the kid says John Morant beat him up. I don't want
I
John
believe the
Morant.
kid, man, until further proven. Like, and John Morant has to prove everything anybody says against him. Like, he has to prove that he didn't do it at this point.
Yeah. So.
Oh, it's a gun. John's wild, man.
So hold on. Since I said it, I just want to just have context for it. But yeah, like.
John's parents have a really good marriage.
2023 NBA All-Star Game. Well, fresh controversy arose in Ja's life. An incident from last summer reared their ugly head and made for some salacious headlines, including the threatening of a security guard and beating up a 17-year-old kid. For starters, Memphis police were called to a local mall in July of 2022 after Moran and a group of 9 people confronted an employee at a Finish Line sporting goods store who had entered into a dispute with Ja's mother. When the director of mall security arrived on the scene, while Ja and his friends, they refused to leave the parking lot. Now, the police, they showed up at the ensuing verbal.
That was actually annoying, and
I was like, that was all over the place, man, because you could tell from his hair that was mad old. So it's like, I mean, is it recent? Is it like,
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I'm not saying it's right, but I'm just saying, like, yo,
yeah, here it is.
they love to bring up old stuff.
You're talking about like basketball player John Morant, like Memphis Grizzly John Morant. So grown
Like
man
Memphis Grizzly.
kicks in the face.
And another friend. Yeah, they jumped.
Why?
This, I think, because we was talking, his dad, he didn't want to take a light on him. He was like, just because that's him, don't take a light on him. So, you know, we playing competitive, talking trash to each other.
Yeah.
That's what we do. So you check out the ball. So say like this, or we get. So I set the ball down right here.
Yeah.
Check out, you got to get it. He kicked the ball on my leg. The ball go all the way up here. Somebody hit the ball. Okay, I'm like this. Check up. And I throw it to his. No, just stand right there. I throw it to his leg like that. Okay. Then he picked up the ball. and threw it hard as he can.
Straight at you.
Straight at him. Caught him. Threw it right back at him.
Yeah.
Then put the ball down. He came up like this. Came up like this on me. He was like, should I hit him? Should I hit him? So I was like, hit me then. So bam, he hit me. He went back. So I'm like this. I tried to swing. No. Then his friend come over there, hit me, fell on the ground, and they just started jumping. And
Like while you were laying on the ground, they were still hitting you?
yeah, they were still hitting me.
Okay.
Like the next 20 seconds. Still.
And you just get up and leave?
Yeah, I was, everybody was holding me back.
He's got a big old goose egg on the back of his head. Like, we're about to go have to arrest John Morant.
Like a month and a half, and now I think he's twice.
What's up, buddy?
So yeah, man. So I mean, he got kids saying he beat him up, and they ain't do nothing. So you just not good enough to be out here, Kevin.
Hey
And
man,
doing-
first off, number one, right? There's two cardinal sins here. Number one, you don't ever like, bro. Being black, you play ball. Everybody's played ball at the court. Number one. All right, you don't ever just walk up to somebody like, hit me. First off, I'm gonna do what you told me to do. That man followed directions, so he didn't egregiously assault you when you told him to hit you. Stupid. Number one. All right, two. Number two. You ain't got none of it on film, baby. Everybody out there watching you get jumped in a society where if you have a heart attack, people gonna pull up their phones and not call 911, but hit the record button. So
Yeah.
I don't know. We live in a society where people are pull out their phone and record you first, rather than call for help. What's your take, King?
Yeah, nah. I mean, I agree. He did have a goose egg on the back of his head, though. But one, it sounds like when Ja threw the ball at him, he caught it. It sounded like when he threw it back at Ja. Ja didn't catch it. Because if you catch it, because if you would have caught it, you're not swinging.
Gucci, right? You're not
Yeah.
mad. Ja didn't catch it. All right, right. But number three, Ja Morant, what are you doing out here playing pickup games, Chief?
I think it was at his
I
crib
just
too.
want
It
to
was
know,
really
like, what are
With
you
17
doing playing pickup games in the park, Ja?
with a kid.
With a kid, bro.
I think it might have been his
Bro.
house though. I think it might have been at his crib. Like maybe this dude is one of the best players in Memphis or something. I'm not sure.
I don't know, but it sounds a little bit like bullshit. I'm not gonna say
Hey.
it's complete bullshit, but I'm just gonna say it seems a little far fetched. You not in the gym?
Hey,
Y'all
and his
outside.
pop. And why Ja Pops be
Why
with him?
Ja Morant?
With all this-
Yeah,
with
why
all
Ja
this, like,
Pops there?
felonious
But first off, Ja will fight for his pops. We've seen that off top. He'll fight NBA players for his pops, so he'll fight anybody for his pops. That's just straight up and down. We've seen that happen on the court.
Okay.
I don't know. That's the most truthful part of the whole story to me.
Yeah. So
We've seen that happen before. It's crazy.
he
He didn't catch the ball.
yeah. So
Oh man.
the last one we're gonna talk about today, man. Former Indianapolis police sergeant. What's this idiot's name? Eric.
Not down.
What's his name? Idiot.
Shout
Eric
out Mike
Huxley.
Epps. Nat Town.
Eric Huxley. Yeah.
Eric Huxtable?
Underrated comedian.
What was that again?
I said underrated comedian.
Yeah, man. Love Mike. Mike is funny. Let's go.
So let me go ahead and put this on for you. But this guy he pled guilty to the crime and he was sentenced to a year. He pled guilty
He
back
did
in May. Nah, he did it. He it's on video. This is what you're supposed to do when you commit a crime on video as the police.
Yeah, I mean,
You
for
would-
sure.
Late Tuesday night, IMPD Sergeant Eric Huxley, a 15-year veteran with the department, was indicted by a federal grand jury for excessive use of force for his actions against Jermaine Vaughn. Sergeant Huxley, seen on police body camera last September, kicking Vaughn as he was handcuffed down in the face. Huxley now
So yeah,
Yo.
so
That was crazy right there.
yeah, so
Yo,
the
look
guy
at my man's face. He's like, damn, did this shit happen?
Yeah,
You were
handcuffed
like,
too.
what the motherfucker? Yeah,
Dog,
no, for sure.
handcuffed. It's not even like he's a threat. He's nothing. This is just like I just want
No.
to do this to you. The
First
article
off, you
said,
could tell by the socks, like that these white folks don't care. Number one, now you can tell from their socks they don't give no fucks. Just doing touring, man. Like our bus has been pulled over in Indiana multiple times, and there has not been one time being pulled over in Indiana that I have not been terrified. Like when you see the rednecks or these white men and their pockets, they're thick and different, and they're mad and they don't care. It's almost like you know that the law doesn't really apply to you because the closest safety net that you can get to is Illinois, and that's a little bit of a stretch. So I'm just saying, like Indianapolis, it definitely goes down in that town. So yeah, that was crazy. That was
yeah,
crazy
bro.
right there.
So we patrolling the police. My man got sentenced to a year in prison.
A year?
Yeah,
That's it. Well, I mean,
he
did
pled.
take a-
He pled to it. So a lot of
I
times the
don't think my
police
man's
get
gonna make that year. I don't think he got a calendar 12 months in him, Chief.
yeah. And apparently my man was homeless too, which makes it even more like egregious. Why
Oh,
you out here
that
just
was a
doing?
fly ass Phoenix Sun sweatshirt on for him to be homeless, though. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Nah, that wasn't Phoenix Suns, was it?
It wasn't.
I don't think so.
Maybe he whooped his ass because he wasn't wearing Pacers.
Yeah, I don't know, but
That's crazy.
I'm glad my man got something though. So
I am too.
we're gonna
I am
stay
too. They should
vigilant.
definitely give him a check. I know he's getting a check. He ain't homeless now.
Yeah, we definitely
Find
gonna
a
stay.
dope black lawyer in your city, man. Find somebody in that town to represent you. Can't get your chili, baby.
Exactly.
Police can't get to you, black man.
We're gonna continue following stories like that, and we're gonna, to Ali's point, we're gonna connect as many people as we can with dope black lawyers all around the world. So
Facts.
we have a nationwide network. That's what we do. So if you get hit by a car, if you get pulled over, if you're paying too high child support, if somebody not paying you child support at all, like holla at a dope black lawyer, and we will get you right. If you're out here and you need to, you want to make some music, you want to collab, you need some beats, some fly beats, you need some management. You know what I'm saying? Ali got experience in every facet
Man,
of the game.
working professionals, man. We could link you where you need to go. True
You
story.
know what I'm saying? So if you out here still not working because of SAG, and you feeling kind of sad, it might
Can't
be time
help you with that shit, Chief.
Hey, but if you got a book of rhymes and it's dope, maybe you can.
Hey, man, what I'm telling you is this. Look, I myself am a Screen Actors Guild member and have been since I was the tender age of 13. And I tell you one thing, I'm not on location filming nothing,
Yeah, nah.
but I am having a good vacation.
Yeah, and we're gonna let you get back to that vacation, man. That's the end of today's episode. We appreciate you coming through as usual.
Hey, man,
It's
let's
been a
go.
good time. So I'm sure we'll do this again sometime. We'll be right back here
Absolutely.
next week, Thursday at 3. I'll let your boy.
Let's get